so nice to meet you. Congrats, top 4.
Thanks. We somehow made it.
We made it. We finally got eliminated. They couldn't
Right.
get rid of us.
You guys had such a unique experience. I mean, to first be eliminated, leg 3, the shutdown, you probably thought didn't even affect you. You're out of the race. And then to get that call to come back, what was that like?
When we got the call, I screamed. I said, like, she was on the phone with me. I think I don't know.
Yeah, he blew my eardrum out. He screamed so loud.
We never expected to get the call back. It was 4 or 5 weeks before the race resumed again. We got the call back. We were going on the race. So it was crazy, exciting.
Yeah, because we never expected it, because we didn't even know what was going to happen with our season. Like, we're like, is even our season going to see the light of day? But, we had a little bit of hope. We're like, you never know. Like, we're in this pandemic now. Who knows what they're going to do with the season? So, yeah, we were just ecstatic to get that call back. Because it didn't feel like our journey was complete, that leg in Scotland. We feel like we defeated ourselves. And so we were very grateful to be able to come back.
No, that literally, that changing of the detour was the biggest mistake we made. And I just couldn't sleep over it. And because we had just finished 3rd in the previous leg, and we were 4th or 5th at the barrel challenge, and the race would be so completely different for us if we had just completed the barrel challenge.
But then the universe wouldn't have gotten you singing Donna, Where's Your Choosers? So.
So true. Well, to ever get, graced with a non-elimination leg is such a beautiful thing. And then you guys got 2 of them. How did that feel?
It was good karma, whatever it is. So I think I'm not saying we more or less figured out when the non-elimination legs are going to be. Based on how many legs were left, how many teams were there. So it doesn't mean that you never know till Phil tells you, correct? So we really feel blessed to have got so many chances.
Yeah.
Cat with 9 lives.
Well, yeah, we didn't know if it's going to be keep on racing legs though, too. So we thought, there could be non-eliminations, but it could also be like keep on racing. So we didn't know until we got to the mat for those legs. And we were, we got 2 of them. It just happened that our bad legs happened to be on those, and we stayed in and raced hard on the other legs. So.
But it was blessing in one way. At the same time, teams were literally hitting us.
We were definitely, if there was a U-turn, we heard it was going to be us.
They were going to U-turn us. They were all working it was literally, you've seen Detroit versus everybody. That was real.
We don't blame them. We don't blame them.
They were all working together as teams. And we were on a different island by ourselves, but we were just blessed that we had the opportunity. We just said, we'll take one leg at a time, continue to move forward.
Right. Thank goodness there was no U-turn. So
I know, yeah.
It would not be smart for them to U-turn us if we were so bad in navigation. But they knew we were good at challenges. But they knew that we would not get from the most important thing in the race is get from one place to another. So, but they should have U-turned some of the stronger teams who were finishing first, second, and 3rd all the time.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely. So, okay, navigation, we have to talk about it. Seemed to be your biggest struggle, but it did seem like you guys were getting better and better at it. What was that process?
Yeah, I think we changed our approach to navigation as the season went on, because that Scotland leg, we didn't have a good map. That was one of the issues. And we actually didn't do terrible, because we actually got to the first detour and the second detour before other teams even showed up. But I was taking like step-by-step directions initially, which I learned it's a balance. I need to like kind of look at the overall map, and like even I started to draw out the map when we came back to just look at like write down landmarks and things like that versus like the detailed like Google Maps step-by-step directions. Because once you're off that, you're like completely off. And then in Switzerland, we didn't realize there was a map in the car until halfway through, because sometimes they gave us maps. And that's kind of like, it was just those small things that.
It was just one left turn here instead of right turn, which got you off a track for 2 hours or whatever it is. But I think the edit shows us that we were so bad, but honestly, we were not that bad.
We're not saying we're great navigators, but I think sometimes, we were getting that they're always lost at it.
Right.
We got in the groove towards the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there anything that you guys prepared for that you didn't end up using? You wish you had?
I think the math. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so we did practice navigation, which we ended up using.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, we practiced it in our 6 weeks before we could went back. But we did a lot of, he practiced singing and dancing because we didn't know if there was going to be another challenge. There wasn't, but he was ready. Like for my wedding, we did a choreographed dance routine. It was his idea. And so if there was another thing, he was ready.
I would have loved to have seen it.
Yeah.
What was like the biggest surprise about the race? I mean, it is a tough thing to prepare for. Was there anything that surprised you?
The biggest surprise was how physical and demanding the race is. I mean, watching at the TV doesn't look like. Take for instance, turning over the stone. That was not only we were on our knees for 3 hours, then you had to run again for about the half a mile, and then again 4 or 5 miles to the pit stop. Those kinds of things. It was extremely demanding. I didn't expect it to be so demanding and stressful and physical.
Yeah, I think for me, I didn't expect navigation to be as hard. Like, yeah, you see it, navigation. It's like, oh yeah, you can read a map, but it's not enough. Like, especially this season, we were in the countryside. Like, even sometimes people give you wrong directions, or with COVID, they don't want you show you their phone, so they tell you to go a certain way. And many times they actually gave us wrong directions. So it's like you're relying on the people. And then like, yeah, just being like within a countryside in a different country versus it was easier to navigate when we were in more of the city center.
What was your highlight of the race? Did you have a favorite leg, a favorite challenge?
We did really well, leg 2, came in 3rd. So, you know, just because of that, it was the one time we were in the front of the pack, because being in the back of the pack and having to fight each time puts you in this mental state where it's just, you're a crazy mental state. But also the Switzerland leg, I really liked watching you do the Santis Mountain, just the view from there. And then we got to do the cabbage speed bump.
The cabbage speed bump was so good. I wish they're gonna put it on the DVD or something. That's one thing that I wish they had shown, because it was a nice challenge. I think for me, the canyoneering that's what's called canyoneering. Yeah. That was really cool. I mean,
I heard about the cabbage. Who was inside of it? Who was doing it?
He was inside.
I was the hamster.
I was navigating him. So it was like, follow my voice. And he couldn't see or hear me. And I couldn't see or hear him too. I didn't know which way he was facing. And it was really wet that day. So all this water is inside this cabbage. And they have this GoPro. And I wanted to see that GoPro footage of him just spinning around.
The hamster, I'm like literally, and I'm yelling at Nat, and Natalia saying, go left. I said, go left. I said, I don't even know. I didn't have orientation because I can't see what is going on. So we had a little bit of argument over there, because I'm saying, Nat, what is it? Left, right. So that was, I wish they show it, or some extra footage.
Right. I want to see it too. Yes. Well, we need to talk about you in a rowboat, picking explorers. It looked like you hadn't even left that area. And was it Ryan who went all the way over and then came back and stole your boat that you were about to get a new one? What was going on?
Everybody has asked me what went wrong. Honestly, I've never rowed a boat, but that's not the point. You should be common sense that you have 2 oars. You just push, you go forward, or push backwards. For some reason, I'm trying to go forward. I'm going backwards. I'm trying to go.
He was going in circles for a bit.
And then I got stuck. And then I realized, oh, Vasco da Gama, I know this. He's an explorer, because there's a territory in India, Goa. And I know I've been to that place. I said, I'm trying to get back. And Ryan comes and he says, sorry, buddy. So it was just, and that's the first roadblock I struggled, because all the roadblocks season, I've always killed it. I've always overtaken 1 or 2 teams. And she, for the first time, said, what the hell dad is doing?
Well, I didn't even know what it was because they actually read what it was when we were away. So I didn't even know what he was doing. I'm like, what? Like, was something on the? We could see they were looking at the back of the boats, but I didn't even know. And then I'm just like, he's going in circles.
There's one scene they don't show is the second time when I'm going, I got so excited, I got the hang of it. I overshot the.
He passed the guy, and I'm like, is there another like place he's supposed to go? Like, where is he going?
I got so excited. And I realized, I overshot the.
Yeah, they asked me, they're like, where do you think your dad's going? I was like, I don't know.
They have a lot of footage about, they could literally have one episode about the rowing.
Just a super cut of you going around.
Donald versus Where's Your Trousers and Row Your Boat. They'll probably have one full episode for that.
Well, it's always a joy to watch a parent and child race, and it was so lovely to see you guys support each other and really like cheer each other on. You didn't ever get, tearing each other down. It was so great to watch. What was it like to do this race together?
We respect each other, and there are a lot of social media. When I was Arun doesn't let Nat drive because it's a cultural thing. I don't listen to her because it's a cultural thing. I don't understand where they get it. Did they even watch the show? We got along fine, and I mean, the chemistry between us was really good. And we were equal partners in the race because that's the only way it's going to work.
Yeah.
It's not about dad, daughter, whatever it is. So I enjoyed racing with Natalia, and she's just a blessing for us. And I'm sorry I let you down, but I made you proud also.
No.
So,
you didn't let me down. And he keeps saying that, and like, you didn't let me down. We're equal partnership. And I respected that he respected my opinion versus just being like, I'm the father, like, listen to me. He would always take into consideration what I was saying. And that's why I think we were an equal team partners on the race. And I think that's why we were able to not fight and work together. And surprisingly, because we fight about small things in life, like all the time. So it's funny that we didn't fight that much on the race.
I mean, we disagree, and that's just, I mean, it's a healthy relationship, correct? Have to have a little bit of arguments or disagreement. But at least, one thing I was really proud is I'm 56 years old, and I thought a lot of people must have said, oh, this guy can't run, he can't do the task. I kept up with all the younger kids. So that was not a liability at all. So at least I am proud of something what I did.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys did great. You should be very, very proud of each other. And also, congrats on the wedding.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, it was wonderful to chat with you guys. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Sarah. We'll continue to watch you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.